Right, farmers, it's Wednesday the 1st of March and we've got some new mods. So first up is Small Brick House. This is by Bart, 8.5 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu, and as you can imagine, under buildings and farmhouses. They are 30 grand to place down, and obviously it's a small brick farmhouse. So you come up to there, got your sleep trigger at the front. That being said though, I mean, you can't go inside, but it is nicely detailed. Sort of like breeze block. Sort of cinder block if you're in America, that sort of building shenanigans. Oh, I like it. It doesn't take up that much room. Very nice. Right, next up is Italian House. This is by Perrin Moddings, 1.35 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this one in the construction menu and under buildings and farmhouses, just like the previous one. 40 grand, slightly more expensive, although this is a proper house. Got 2 stories on it. I'd say in the UK that'd be classed as a bungalow. Well, dormer bungalow. It's got a bit in the roof, but all right, fair enough. So you got your sleep trigger just there, obviously sleep for the night, and you got your wardrobe trigger just there. I mean, again, nicely detailed. It's like even got like a bit of water staining up the top there. Oh, I like this. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Pioneer Crop Plates Brazil. This is by DH Modding and Luan Tavares, 2.91 megabyte on the download, and they're all these signs, and I must admit they do look good. Right, you're going to find these in the construction menu and under decorations and others. Now there is a few different versions of this, and in particular 50. They're not going to cost you anything to place down, and what these are for is to tell you what type of seed has gone into the ground. So we'll start there, the first one. So you've got the soybean cultivar plate 95R21E. Obviously that's going to be the type of seed. And you've got different versions of that, you know, different versions of the seed number, that sort of thing. Then we get further along, and then we've got corn versions. So again, with the different seed numbers on the end, we'll come up to a bit further along, winter corn. And then to finish up on the end, you've got sorghum. Fair enough. Obviously you've got the, I'm going to call that an arrow one. I'm sure there's a name for that shape, but all right, fair enough. And you've got the normal one, just like that. Obviously, all with the different seed numbers on. I mean, that adds to the realism. Again, I must admit, you know, you just pick whichever one you're theoretically putting down. Because obviously, we don't have seed numbers like that in the game. But, you know, mark it out. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Chocolate Factory. This is by Grimlock RRC, 2.49 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and factories. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, 70 grand to place down. Obviously, it's in the style of, is it a standard base game one? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you got the Chocolate Factory on the side there. You've got your pallet spawn point at the front. Then you've got your loading in point just there. And then round the back, by the steps, by the railings, you've got your production chain menu. So we'll go into there. So obviously it's only going to do chocolate. It's a chocolate factory. But if you wanted to play Willy Wonka, fair enough. Milk and sugar going in. So 1 milk, 1 sugar makes 1 chocolate. Yeah, get your own chocolate factory. Oh, that's ace. Excellent. Right, next up is Garage Shed. This is by Graniero, Vergamini Modding and Lost Gamer. 1.13 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll back along to find it. There you are, 30 grand to place down. Obviously, it's a big shed. I say shed, open on 3 sides, and then you've got this back wall. We'll come up to it like that. Got the light switch just there. Turn those on. I mean, that big opening. Yeah, you got the drive-through options on the side, but that there, harvester with even the biggest header on, you're going to get in there no problem. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Next up is South Brazilian Warehouses. This is by ML Modding, DH Modding, 21.1 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these 6 in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So what we've got here is 3 different versions with 2 different colours. So the first one we got there is 80 grand for hay shed. We then got the second one, which is also hay shed, 100 grand. We then got the third one, which is hay shed again, 120 grand. Then we've got the grey versions of all 3. So obviously you pick whichever colour you wanted to go for. So we'll come up to it. The main building itself is going to be the same on all 6 of them. So you've got this front door like that, opens up. You then got a light switch just here like that, turn that on. Got that door that opens up. And then we got that door that opens up just there. Now on the smaller version, you've got this little side piece on the go. Light switch just there. And it sort of ends. So you've got this open bit there. All right, fair enough. We then come to the middle one, which has got a longer side piece. Again, doors and light switches in the same positions, but this side, you've got a half side piece as well. Fair enough. And on the biggest one, you've got a full side piece there, but we've got this enclosed bit this side. Oh, that's a little bit different. So we'll come around here like that. There we are. So sort of like a open air garage building part. A brick built side piece. Right, fair enough. And again, you've got a light switch just there. And then obviously the other three are exactly the same, but just more of a concrete design rather than brick built. I like them there. They look really nice. Right, next up is the Herculana HF. This is by FSPT, 4.7 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under forestry equipment. So 54 grand. It's a log trailer. Fair enough. The options you got there are to change the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. You then got the option of fender on or off. And that's it. I mean, it's not the biggest thing, mind you, but if you haven't got massive logs on the go, big trees on the go, that sort of thing, you're just doing a bit of small forestry, this would do you nicely. Right, next up is the Case IH890 loader. This is by Casarius Modding, 6.12 megabyte on the download, and obviously front loader and then front loader tools. So we've got this part here. Now, this is specifically designed to go with the Case IH Magnum 8900 series, also by Casarius Modding. Fair enough. 3 grand to buy on that one. Is no options. We then come to the grapple itself. That's got an 1800 litre capacity on it, 1500 to buy. Obviously hooks up to the front loader. And then to finish off, we've got the bale spike. Obviously for spiking bales. 499 to buy with the one spike. 2 spikes books up to 749. Or one spike. I think the 2 spikes better, to be fair. More stable on the square bales. That being said, I mean, if you've already got that 8900 series, this will go with it nicely. Right, next up is the D754 truck pack. This is by AAA Modding, 56.46 megabyte on the download, and there's quite a lot to this pack, so just come down to your mods and DLCs. It's a lot easier to find. So first up, we've got the truck itself. So it's got a 200 horsepower engine, 49 mile an hour top speed, 90 grand to buy. You can then change the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres, although the Trelleborg there, they looks like nice chunky tyres. Then come down to design. So you've got standard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All back to standard. Attaches, standard, 3-point on the front. Oh, that's interesting. Back hitch and 3-point. Semi-trailer, fifth wheel, whatever you want to call it. Semi-trailer and 3-point. And then back to standard. Obviously, if you have it as standard, that's going to fit with all the backs that come in this pack. But if you want to do the semi-trailer, I believe there is one option further on that you will need it. But that 3-point, though, means you can hook a snowplow up to it. Oh, excellent. Main colour, obviously, is going to be the main colour. Design colour is going to be the frame. Rim colour, obviously, is going to do the rims. That looks the right state, but all right, carry on. So next up, we've got a little tipper on the go. So this has got a 9,750 litre capacity, 10.5 grand to buy, although it's already got a optional extra as we go into it. Fair enough. You can then change that to 15,750. Well, that looks like a silage trailer. All right, fair enough. You then got capacity again. Well, that puts the opening on the other side. Then you got a bale trailer, and then back to the standard tipper. Got main colour, again, is going to do the main colour. Design colour is going to do the framework. Yeah, little tipper. And then we've got this one here. This is going to be a fluids tanker. So this is going to do your water, milk, liquid fertiliser and herbicide. So it's not a sprayer, it's just a water tank. 13 grand, 5,700 litre capacity. Change the main colour again. We'll go with a metal. Oh, that looks all right. Galvanised steel. And design colour, green or black. Does the framework. Oh, I like that. That looks ace. Then next up, we've got the Lizard HTS 80PF. So this is going to do your digestate and slurry. 8,000 litre capacity, 10 metre working width. So this is a spreader and go on the back of the truck. 12 grand to buy. The only option is to change the main colour of the frame just like that. And then move on again to the next one. So this is going to be another trailer for you. This is more of a bigger bunk ish trailer, 12,000 litre capacity to start with, although it's got an 8 metre working width, which is interesting, since it says it takes all of those crops. But all right, fair enough. So we've got configuration standard D353CS, although that makes it into a manure spreader. That'd be where your 8 metre working width comes in. MPSZ 1500. Again, that looks like a manure spreader as well. And then we've got standard again. Change the main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Fair enough. We'll then move on again. So we've got a TTS. Now this is going to be a log trailer for you. So you've got the option there, wood configuration or bale configuration, or 1,000 kilo front weight, although that's on the back. 2,000 or wood configuration. 2,000 front weight that goes on the back of a truck. All right, fair enough. Main colour again is going to do your main framework. And we'll move on again for that one. We've got the PUT7. This is going to be a diesel tank for you. The only option for that is to change the main colour, just like that. 7,000 litre capacity, 11 grand to buy without the change of the paint. We'll then move on to the next one. Now this is all right. This is going to be a fertiliser spreader. It's going to do your herbicide and your liquid fertiliser. 4,000 litre capacity on it, 16 metre working width, 21 grand. Main colour option is going to be the main framework, and then the design colour is obviously going to be the tank. So you put that on your back of your tractor, well, the truck, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, little fertiliser spreader. We'll move on again. We've got this one here. So this is going to do salt. So this is your road salt spreader. 9,000 litre capacity, 10 metre working width, 18 mile an hour working speed, 24 grand to buy. Only option is to put a cover on, yes or no. Then we'll move on again to the next one, the Breedel K105PF. So this is going to do your fertiliser, your solid fertiliser and your lime. 9,000 litre capacity, 24 metre working width, 12 mile an hour working speed, 24 grand. Again, cover yes or no. Then we move on to the last one, which is going to be the Kuhn Knight RA142PF. Obviously, this is a TMR mixer, 11,900 litre capacity, 26 grand, no options. That's a nice pack, that is. There's a bit of something in there for everybody. And that really makes this pack really utilitarian. Oh, that's a good word for you. Do you get this truck? Got all those things to go with it. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the McCormick X4FP3 drive. This is by KRKZ Modding, 9.73 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the small tractors because it is a small tractor, but it is ace. McCormick's version to the grape and olive tractorage. Is that even a word? Tractorage. We'll go with it anyway. 70 horsepower to start with, 24 mile an hour top speed, 44.5 grand to buy. Although we have got the 3-point as an option as soon as we come into the shop. So we'll take that off. So 44.5 grand to buy. Then got the option on the engine, puts it up to 76, 90, 95, 102, 112, or back to 70. Usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then beacon, standard, yes, or standard. You've got one on the left as standard, and then double is yes. Fenders, no or yes. Puts the extra ones on the back like that. You then got 3-point, yes or no, although that does come in as standard when you come into the shop. Then you've got main colour, red or metallic red. Oh, that's excellent. And then rim colour, yeah, let's put black. Oh, that looks ace. Little tractor, shiny red, doing your grapes. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is the John Deere 7030 Premium Series. This is by DB Modding, 29.76 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under small tractors. Now, it's got a 190 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, but you can up that, which is ace. 110 grand to buy. We can then change that. It's got currently 40 kilometre, which is 24 mile an hour. We can then put that up to 50 kilometre with a 190 horsepower engine. So what is that? What's 50 horsepower in 50 horsepower, 50 kilometre an hour? That's going to be something like 30, 35-ish. I can't be doing the maths, dear oh dear. You then got the 203 with a 24 mile an hour. You then got 203 with a 50 kilometre an hour. You then got 225 with a 40 kilometre, and then 225 with a 50. I'd say go with a 225 and a 50. Why not? Usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. We come down to design. So you've got standard, left beacon, right beacon, both or nothing. Extra lights, no or yes. 60 kilo front weight, 360, 560, 760, 1010, front hydraulic, or back to 60. So yeah, you're going to go with the front hydraulic really, aren't you? Starfire 6000 receiver, no or yes, although that doesn't mean much for us on console. You've got front loader attacher, no. Quickie, quickie again. Hauer, hauer again, or no. Front fenders, yes or no. And that's your options. That being said, with those tyres on right now, it looks like something you do in a tractor pull. Oh, I like that. Very nice. Alright, our last mod for the day is the Massey Ferguson 5S 2023. This is by OTG Gaming, 55.93 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these under small tractors. So we've got the 5S and then the 5S low profile cab. Now the options are going to be the same on both of them. It just depends on whether you go for the standard cab, like on this one, or if you go for a lower profile cab, which is going to be this one here. So we're going to stay in the lower profile cab anyway. So it starts off with 105 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, 70 grand. You can then change the engine output. So 105 with a Dyna 6 power shift. Then got 115 with a Dyna 4, 115 with a Dyna 6, 125 with a 4, 125 with a 6, 135 4, then 135 and a 6. 145, I can see where this is going, and then back to 105. So you got all the different engine options with 2 different gearboxes. All right, usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then come down to cabins. You got essentials panoramic. This is going to be your window this side. Actually, we'll spin it around like that. So go back to essentials. There you are. Essentials panoramic, efficient, exclusive extra, or back to essential. Then you've got mud guards, no. Front mud guards, rear mud guards, all mud guards, or none. Yeah, I would leave those on. Makes it look better. You then got roof. So you've got standard roof, Visio roof, standard roof and mirror, Visio roof and mirror, or back to standard. Then you've got fenders, narrow, wide, or narrow. So I'll put the wides on if you're going to go for a wider tyre. Then come down to beacons, no. Left LED, right LED, both or both LED. Yeah, those LEDs are ace. Fair enough. You then got screen, no, or extra screen. You put that in. Fair enough. Then got GPS, no, or receiver, unit, or no. Again, GPS doesn't really mean much for us on console. Then you got warnings, no. Rear reflectors. That's better. Right, so rear reflectors, rear triangle, reflectors and triangle, or nothing. Attaches standard, front weight, so spin it around again, 3-point or standard. Then you got front loader attacher, no. Massey Ferguson, quickie, Hauer, MX, Stoll, Hauer again, or nothing. I think that's the most front loaders we've had on a tractor, isn't it? All right, we'll carry on. Main colour, red, black, orange, or 175 limited edition. All right, fair enough. Then change the rim colours. You have grey or silver. And then that's your options. Well, to be fair, the limited edition only changes those side bits. So really, I think if you went for... What's going on there? I mean, you got red in the whole colour. You got black in the whole colour. Orange is the whole colour. Yet the limited edition only does the side bits with the red bonnet and wheel arches. All right, fair enough. I mean, it does look a nice tractor. Very nice. I've got a couple of updates. We've got the Case IH Magnum 8900 series by Casarius Modding, Record Trailers Pack by Belgian 3DM, and a Repair Place by Happy Mole. So that's your mods done for you. Drop it in the comments below which one's your favourite. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.